My name is Jacci Florence, with the middle name of Olson, which gives a little clue. My parents own the theater, and since my mom passed away, I've helped my dad run the theater, so I'm an owner and a producer. Probably for the shows that I'm involved with, I do a lot of costuming because I love designing costumes. It wasn't very long after my mom had passed away, I started kind of looking at the costuming, and I realized that Mom had done most of the costuming with some wonderful help from friends over the years, and suddenly she wasn't here costuming, and I realized I better step up to it and step in and start costuming, so I did. Ooh, that's a good question. I really like the fop costumes with the coordinating hats and shoes for Scarlet Pimpernel. Those are probably my favorite. Yes, it's hats. Hats and more hats. Oh, well, I really had a good time with all the hats in My Fair Lady. And maybe the big hat was fun for Eliza. My favorite role, probably several. I've decided that I love to play strong women. So I would say, some would say maybe witchy women. In Annie, Miss Hannikin, I loved playing that part. And it was fun playing her, but it was so fun, being on stage with those darling, darling girls. And I loved Mrs. Mears in Thoroughly Modern Millie. Of course, the night that was a little bit embarrassing was when I was supposed to have an over-the-top Chinese accent, and somehow it came out Southern. And probably my all-time favorite is the Wicked Witch of the West. I don't know why. I loved directing Pirates of Penzance. Lots and lots of fun, but I would be amiss if I didn't admit I love directing Christmas Carol. It's got a place in my heart, probably forever. Well, it's a show that Mom and I did together. And when she was healthy and doing things, she started directing the shows, and I was her choreographer. Then as time went by, and she was so busy at the Playhouse, and I had been functioning as her choreographer in Christmas Carol, as time went by, I took over more and more of directing Christmas Carol and soon became the director. So it comes along every 9 months. We have auditions at the end of September for Christmas Carol. Well, there was the time in Curtains when we had this really great scene, and I was on stage with Shelby Farron. Now, if you know Shelby, he's word perfect every single time, every single scene. But this one time he wasn't. Suddenly he wasn't saying his lines. And I thought, oh, poor Shelby, he forgot for once. Till later I realized it was me.
What?
Was that bad?
No, it was delightful.
Yes. It's a Gilbert and Sullivan, and it's, what is it? It's the Oriental one?
Canine.
No. Are you still filming? What is it? It's Gilbert and Sullivan. Mikado! It's the Mikado! Oh, I'd love to costume the Mikado.